Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today, coming to you from a Thursday here in South Alabama. And man, I was so happy with the weather this morning. Woke up to 58 degrees and blue skies. And tell you what, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have cooler temperatures for about 3 or 4 days. We're gonna have clear weather for a week. And I'm using this fall time to stock up on a little bit of vitamin D. Because yes, in the summer here, it's hot and there's sun, but it's too hot. You just sweat your ass off when you're laying out, and it rains a lot. But anyhow, today I want to talk about the most important thing on a raw vegan diet. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I know I'm a little off schedule this week with the videos coming out, and I know that I'll be dropping this Thursday night if my upload works. Sometimes the speed's a little wonky, but I will be doing another video this week. I'll either follow it up with one Friday, or I'll do one Saturday, and that's going to be talking about the meditation. I'm finally about to start on the meditation. I have a reason that I've kind of waited a little while to finally get that going. But okay, so what is the most important thing on a raw vegan diet? Over 9 years, I have seen people come and I've seen people go. And I know, listen, let me just say something sometimes. It's the way I talk. People think I'm being sarcastic or flippant or whatever. But it is how it is. I just talk like I talk, and I just say things like they are, and I say what I've seen. And I've seen all these people come and go. And I've seen a lot of people that are very sanctimonious and are very sure about what they know. I know a lot of people that have told me how stupid I was and how wrong I was, and you know what? They're eating hamburgers now. They're eating fried chicken now. So I'm like, The most important thing on this diet, this lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, is consistency. It's what we do every day. It's not about okay. And I want to tell you something. I'm going to actually surprise you a little bit today, because a lot of these people that I've seen failing, they do their cleanses, they do their feast, and they do their fast. And then, like I've said before, they do their feast or fast and they don't eat anything for a period of time, and they're strong and they're telling you how great it is. And then they start back refeeding themselves, and they eat clean for a while. They stay raw vegan for a while. They stay low fat raw vegan for a while. And the diet slowly strays away, and if you keep an eye on them, it just keeps descending. And then usually those same people you don't hear from for a while, until when do you hear from them again? When they get ready to do the next juice cleanse or whatever cleanse or fast that they're going to do. And therein lies the problem right there. It's up and down, up and down. It's like if you're going from A to B, their lines look like this. Choot, 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 choot. They're never really getting anywhere. Now, there might be some people that aren't doing the best of the best. You know, they're not doing everything that a lot of the hardcore people think they should be doing, but they're more like this. They're always doing it. Steady, steady, steady. Remember the tortoise and the hare? The tortoise won the race because he was steady. But they're doing the same things all the time. Now, before the juice feasters and all those cleanse people have a fit out there, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Do it. Do it. I encourage you to. If you're new to this lifestyle and you're watching me the first time and you haven't done this, do what they're telling you to do. Do a juice cleanse. However long, you go watch some of their content. Just search juice cleanse or food vacation or any of those terms with raw vegan in the search term, and see how long you're supposed to do it. And do it. I encourage you to do that, because even though I don't do it and it's not my methods, and a lot of people adamantly disagree with it, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. But when you're done, you got to learn how to eat. You've got to learn how to eat. Now, you might be looking at me like I'm crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about. And maybe I don't. Maybe for you it worked. Maybe you did that one juice feast and you went on to soar. But if you get to that point, if you've done that, or if you've gone really hardcore, the master cleanse too. Does anybody do the master cleanse anymore? The master cleanse used to be around all the time. A lot of people that were just kind of like every 6 months you would see them, hey, I'm going to do the such and such. Anybody want to join me? Well, that second or that third time that you need to do it, you're asking yourself, why? Why do I need to do this? And most of the time, they will tell you outright, well, it's because I've kind of fallen off my path and I need to restart. And I'm like, I don't know. I just don't have it in me for that back and forth, back and forth. And those type of people tend not to make it. I was talking with, I've got a few people that I know online that I've gotten to be real friends with. And I was kind of reminiscing with a few of them in recent weeks. And we were talking about some of the, like we all met in a couple of different groups that we were mutually in. 6, 7, 8 years ago. And we talk about the people that were the leaders back then, or that were the ones that everybody looked up to, and they're gone. Or we were talking about a few that just blew my mind. They're still trying. 8 years later, they're just kind of still doing that back and forth. And a lot of them have gone way back and forth. Like they've dropped back into eating animal products, and then they dropped back into being fully raw, as religious gets about it. But in the end, it's what we're putting in our bodies every day. And I'm always trying to get a little bit better. I told a friend of mine last night, we were chatting in the evening, and I told her, I said, I've been doing real good lately. The last couple of months, I've been tightening up. And I said, this winter, I want to tighten up even more. I got a big old tray of broccoli sprouts over there. I've got a batch of lentil sprouts going. I want to up my sprout game. I want to continue to get more greens. I'm going to have 2 green smoothies today. I eat my salads. Just keep going. Always feeding good things to my body, but feeding good things to my body. And another thing about consistency is you're never going to be consistent on this lifestyle if you're not eating enough and enough of the right things. You're just always going to be chasing the dragon. You're always going to be chasing the dragon. You're going to be, eating something that doesn't best serve you, and then feeling guilty about it, and then going into overcorrection mode. That's the biggest thing right there, is when people kind of fall off their plan, which nobody's perfect, but when people fall off their plan, you don't need to take every step back to the beginning. You don't need to go all the way back to the beginning and restructure and do a cleanse or whatever and start over. If you eat something bad tomorrow, if you eat something that's horrible tomorrow, just go right back to the way you were eating, the solid, clean way you were eating all the time. You just, like, all this lifestyle is, the only difference in me and the person that just started last week is more days. Like I could take somebody new today. Let's say somebody came into my house. I introduced them to this lifestyle. They said, yeah, it sounds good to me. Just feed me what you eat. I do that for 3 days. I've still got more time. Like they're not as solid in it. They have more, they have more of a pull to fall off of it. But the more days they put in, it's kind of like getting sober or whatever. The more days you do something, the more it just becomes how you eat, how it becomes a habit. I think that's why it's harder for me to relate to people and really help people beyond what I've done on here so far, because I've not had any, I'm not the flashiest person. I don't have all these methods and programs and this and that, but I just do it day after day after day. I'm not perfect. I'm not fully raw. I don't really strive to be fully raw. I don't put a lot of importance on that, but I tell you guys the things that I eat. I'm not sitting around like a lot of you raw food people are doing. I'm fully raw. Yeah, sure you are. Or the ones that are staying fully raw, which is another slippery slope when you're staying. In fact, somebody that I respect very much said it as we were talking about this earlier. They said, nuts. These nuts. It's the nuts. That is one of the biggest downfalls of the raw vegan. And just so somebody doesn't mishear that out there, no, nuts aren't bad. There's nothing wrong with nuts. But educate yourself a little bit, do a little bit of reading, and see the amount of nuts that you should be eating. Because I know, I remember I used to, and I still do, if you go on Instagram and you go to the hashtag raw food diet, raw vegan, do a few hashtags similar to that and look at some of the food, you'll see recipes in there that call for a half cup of cashews, a whole cup of cashews. And I'm thinking, good Lord, I make this little kind of a sauce, either kind of like I can either make a sour cream or I can make a cheese sauce with cashews, and I use a cup of cashews, but that gets like, I probably get 5, 6, 7 servings out of that. But anyhow, it's what you're doing every day, and you can take a little life lesson out of that, and I can take a little life lesson out of that because there's other areas in my life where I'm not firing on. Like the food just is what it is. I eat. I have my green smoothie, I have my nice cream, I have my salads. I try to get a good amount of variety. I stay hydrated every day, and I do it today, and I do it tomorrow, and I do it the next day. And there's never going to probably be anything sexy or fancy about how I'm doing it. It's just fruits and vegetables, the things we're supposed to eat day after day after day. So consistency, it is what it is. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you here, like I say, either tomorrow or on Saturday. Peace.